Hey everyone, I got a request to do a video on my favorite reading material, so here it goes. I really like reading books from this author. I can't pronounce his name. I think it's Chuck Palahniuk. He wrote, let's see, popular. This one's Fight Club. Very popular. I really like the way he writes. I like the way I think he has a writing format. I'm not kidding. It's just amazing. I underline a lot in his books. Whenever I read his books, I read it twice just because the way he writes. Sometimes you miss things. Sometimes you kind of skim through things. Everything's well spaced out, so you don't really have to think about it, but it's really good to read it twice because there's a lot of foreshadowing. It's just very cleverly written, yeah, it's clever. So 3 I have here is, this one's really good too, Invisible Monsters. The cover's really cool because there's a beauty queen right here and you flip it around and it's a sad clown. It's pretty cool. Really good book. Kind of disturbing, honestly, but he writes dark comedy. He inspires me to write because after I read his books, I always read it twice. After I read his books, I like to write in my journal, and I know the way he writes, it's just it's dark comedy. You kind of think about it before you laugh. It's funny, but then you're like, should I be laughing? It's not really that funny. It's kind of tragic, really. But yeah. So that's my favorite author. Check him out. He also wrote another really good book. It's called Choke. That's probably my favorite. Also, I like reading short stories. This one's good. You're Here, This Is Now. It's a compilation. There's also artwork in here too, which is pretty cool. My friend recommended this one right here. Nobody Belongs Here More Than You, Miranda July. I'll write these books down and post it right there for you guys. I started reading this. It's kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. I'll tell you guys later. I need to read it twice. After the Quake. Amazing. This is by Murakami. It's awesome. It's just amazing. I read it twice. You know, with short stories, because these are all short stories. With short stories, they're easier to read twice, because right after you finish a story, you can read it again. And I like reading short stories because I like reading at work. And when you read a novel at work, you kind of get lost. So with short stories, you take a break and you go out, you walk around, do whatever, and then go back in and reread or read another story. It's pretty good. My favorite book from high school, The Great Gatsby. This is a really old book. This one, I think this was the first. No, it's not. It's really old. This copy that I have, I bought from a used bookstore in Long Beach for like 95 cents, I think, or 50 cents. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's photos in here too, which is awesome. It's from the movie or the film. I also like reading graphic novels by Jeffrey Brown. I think I showed you guys this already. Because they're just easy to read and they're just fun. I like reading journals by people. This one's from, because I keep a journal, or I used to keep a journal, and it's really nice to reflect back on your journals and be like, wow, I was really stupid back then. I can't believe I did this. I read a few of I found a stash of my journals, and I actually read a lot of them, and I decided to rewrite certain parts and post them on my blog. Some of them are really funny, some of them are kind of tragic. It's just, I don't know. But I really like reading journals from other people. This one's from Kurt Cobain. I don't really like Kurt Cobain, but I picked this one up. He's a very good writer. He writes really well. Very tragic, too. He writes a lot, and his writing's legible. My writing's not really legible. I write in all caps because I can't read my writing. Yeah. So, oh yeah, magazines. My favorite magazine is probably Nylon. Right here. It's just a good fashion music magazine. I also really like Lucky. This one's thick. This is September 2008. Mila Jokovic. This one's super thick, but this one's probably my favorite copy or issue of all time. And then I really like Mean magazine. This is like a film magazine. Yeah. I think this is a new magazine, but it's quite clever. Really good photos, good interviews. Yeah. So that's my favorite reading material. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself. I'll be back soon. I'm sorry I haven't posted a video for a long time. I'm starting school today. I haven't been busy, it's just, I don't know. I've been too lazy to do a video, but I will try and do some more. I know I made a few people some promises, so I'll try to keep them. Thanks for watching. Take care.